Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for April 18th through 22nd. So I did mess up something last week when we were talking about the night at the museum. It is the second one. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, see, thank you. Then I don't feel quite so...
But you should still watch it.
I will watch it. But I knew I had at least seen the first one.
Yes.
Since you like to make fun of me for not watching movies.
It's a good series, though.
It is.
It's
the first
really
one was cute, so I'm sure the second one is too.
The second one's great.
I'll sit Madeline down and we'll start it.
And then when our buddy Vinny was listening to the 411 about, what did he say? So it was on the Aztec Princess Part 1, which Part 2 will be released this week. So it's basically obviously it's kind of the same story, but It's done from a different aspect and has a lot more details so we started to research the Asian Quarter and we're like, wait a second. Some of this information is in the other version of the Aztec Princess.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were talking about Cesar's mom, Nanny McTavish,
yes,
and I said that it's all coming back to me, he was like, I was expecting Shannon to break out and Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. Hashtag Shannon sing along.
Aww.
But then I responded with, I'm listening now. I'm more impressed I didn't start singing Father Figure when we were talking about Sean and Felicia.
I like that sing along with Shannon.
I know. I was like, aw.
We can start that hashtag.
And, okay, you've seen Friends occasionally, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen like all of it? Do you know the episode when Phoebe works as a telemarketer?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Phoebe goes to work as a telemarketer and Jason Alexander is George Costanza on Seinfeld. Okay. Good job.
I got that. Go ahead.
He plays so she's trying to sell toner. She's trying to just make some money. She's telemarketing, selling toner to office managers. He's her first call. He's ready to kill himself. Like he literally says, you know what my plan is for today? On my calendar, it says kill yourself, stuff like that.
Nice.
So, but Phoebe's mom died by suicide. And so she was like, no, you're my only call. This is my first day on the job. So she runs there, saves his life, like helps him and everything.
Wow.
Joyce Guy was her supervisor at the telemarketing.
Oh! All right, now I have a reason to watch a Friends episode.
So we seriously do just need to, I know I keep saying it, but we do need to have
But the longer that we wait, the more that we're going to have.
Right.
So it really does make sense.
And we're not stupid. We know that these people do other jobs, but it's just fun, especially when they're on now and watching an episode of Seinfeld, seeing it's James Patrick Stewart is the guy who is obsessed with Desperado. And you're like, I have known that episode since I was in middle school so well.
Right.
And it didn't occur to me that was Valentin until a few years, shortly after-ish. So, love it. And then we forgot to talk about Esme's nanny, but that didn't come up this week, so I don't really feel like... But she was reading letters, so she keeps in touch with her nanny.
Oh, right. She said that she didn't talk to her anymore because she had moved on to another family, but her nanny knew she was in New York and was warning her to stay away from Ryan.
Yes. So
maybe
not sure where that's going to go, but...
I guess you're right. That was important enough to be mentioned, but I feel like it is going to explode later.
But yeah, I just felt like that was worth mentioning. So whenever it comes back, we'll have remembered that we did say something about it.
Perfect.
Oh, speaking of which, you give me credit for saying that it could be Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% convinced that was actually my idea or if somebody sent it in to us.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to completely take credit for that because...
Well, whoever's idea it was,
and I looked
in
our email and I couldn't find it. And I have a folder saved of fan correspondence and like... This is why we ask for the email. So if you have feedback, send it to the email because you can search it. You can't search messages for keywords and everything on Instagram. I don't know if you can do it on Twitter.
No idea.
But you can't do it. And we get so many that it's just difficult. So I apologize if somebody listening is the one who had that idea. Or maybe I did. I really don't remember. This goes back to
gold star to whoever it was.
We need to write this stuff down. we're still not doing it. Remember we said that we were going to start keeping track of our guesses for the year and see if they came true at the end of the year? Yeah. But remind me when we get to it because we have an email from this week about a line in one of the episodes.
Okay.
So we'll get to that later.
I did my own Hulu headlines this week.
Oh, I have a bummer update for you, but go. Do you want me to go day by day?
What's your bummer update?
Do you want me to? So we're going to start Hulu headlines?
Yeah.
I am dead convinced somebody is listening.
Why?
Because Monday was Elizabeth and Portia clash at work.
Okay.
Tuesday, Jordan and Portia are at odds.
Okay.
Wednesday, Harmony comes close to revealing the truth. Nina warns Ava. Laura reveals her latest suspicions. Sonny reasserts himself as head of his territory. Nicholas offers Esme some encouragement. Things escalate when Jocelyn asks, and then it cuts off, and you click on the little 3 bars that says more, and it actually is less words because it cuts off after Esme. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all paragraphs. For years, it has been
a line.
One line. And now suddenly we have paragraphs explaining the daily episodes.
I kept mine to one line.
So
one line.
I want to ask you, do we read the whole paragraph? Or it's not as fun then?
No, it's not as fun then.
All right, this is going to be our last Hulu headlines, and Amanda finally made her own.
That's right.
It's a nice
change
cap.
it.
It's a nice...
We can change it from Hulu headlines to Amanda headlines, and I'll just make it short and sweet. So start writing paragraphs.
Okay.
So
do we want to continue the Thursday, Friday ones? Because I did write them down.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
So first I did a weekly theme, and the weekly theme was Pier 54.
Yes.
I have never seen Pier 54 in a few episodes as much as we did this week. And every time I got just as excited because I'm a big dork.
They're really giving us some good credit.
They are.
Or not credit, but they're giving us some good visual.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of screen time.
Mm-hmm. And reminding everyone that really is where all the good stuff goes down.
Yep.
So.
All the conversations.
Yeah.
That app is not real. Kind of disappointed.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome if they had even just put up a splash website saying, thanks for checking us out or something. I don't know. I thought it would have been fun.
Maybe they don't think as many of their fans are as big of a dork as you are.
I beg to differ. If you're going to say that there's an app in this day and age, we should be able to download it.
Okay. You have a lot of extra space on your phone, apparently, because I don't. I could not download all that.
No, but, or at least, like I said, even they could do a free website that could have just been something, and it could have been up for like a week just to be, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're a dork.
Yes.
I'm going to move on. Monday, I put Portia versus Jordan. Now, they're saying that was Tuesday, but it actually started the end of Monday when they were at the hospital, and Portia said to Jordan, well, maybe if it was your family, you would be a little more invested in this case.
Yep.
I think you're not doing a full research behind everything because it's my daughter and you're jealous that I'm with your ex-husband that's not really your ex-husband, but we don't know that he's not your ex-husband because...
You bought legal property together without proof that you're your exes?
Yeah. So that was my Monday. We can expand on that, but that was the reason why I chose that.
Okay.
Tuesday, I put Old Friends Reconnect, which was Britt and Spencer having their cute little lunch together, which I liked.
Yes.
And Anna and Valentin, because Valentin was back.
Oh my God, was that hot?
Are you okay?
Oh, I was very okay. Jealous.
Wednesday,
Can that just be the title for this week? Yes, I'm going to get that screenshot and just put... The name of today's episode is Jealous.
Shannon the Green-Eyed Monster.
He's mine, Sarah. Whichever one you want. I love that we have this relationship.
You're never going to be able to talk to him or meet him in person because you are just going to be a mess. It would be so cute. I feel like it would be worse than me with Carrie. You're just going to be like, hi, can you talk to me in all your multiple languages?
I made it to Real.
You were a little fangirl there. This would be 100 times worse.
Him and Michael Easton, I would just, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday, Harmony, not so harmonious.
Oh, I like that!
Because she was just a mess. But we'll get into all that. Thursday, the dating game, which was obviously Britt going on her blind date that didn't show up, and then
you're good at this.
Else.
It's not like I'm really happy with these.
Thank you. And Friday was easy. That was adoption day because that was what everything was centered around with.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I love it.
You're so funny.
But you did, like, instead of doing an actual mini recap of each day.
Just enough to pull you in, I feel like, is all you want.
Yeah. But you did, like, how sitcoms are named.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So, love it. We started on Monday, and the first note that I have is that I love that they had Finn and Alexis cleaning up after the meeting, because it at least alluded to the fact.
That was almost my like headline was, oh, we remembered that they had some problems that they work on in meetings together.
Yes. But Alexis recommends that Liz see Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is where I wrote, I couldn't find who suggested that Liz was doing it to herself, but I have a feeling that this is leading us into that it's going to be discovered. Liz is going to go talk to Kevin. He's going to maybe do some hypnosis or something. It's going to come out that she is doing this to herself and pulling Alexis in because she also had DID.
Yes. But now I don't know that I'm with that theory as much because the camera's cut out right as Chase was hit. You think Elizabeth's turning the cameras off before she does stuff?
I think that maybe when he fell, he grabbed it out. I don't know. Were they wireless? I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know how all
Let's
that works.
call Chase and ask.
Okay. Okay, so now who do you think it is?
I don't know. I
don't know how Chase wasn't a little bit more suspicious of doing a Ouija board with a child.
Right. This sounds
He's
like
a smart cookie.
Totally legit project for school. Let's pull out a Ouija board.
I understand that people have their own opinions about things like that. But if a child came up to you and said, will you do this Ouija board with me? Wouldn't you ask their parent?
You wouldn't just sit down and do it with Madeline?
Are you okay with this? No. Sorry, Madeline.
No, I'm not.
Like, I feel like that.
I'm not for or against it one way or the other. I played with it whenever I was little.
I had one. I had that same exact one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Megan has asked for one, and I've said no to her. So my opinion's kind of different on it. Back and forth.
Supposed to be better anyway. That's what we always did.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just wrote on a piece of paper and you broke a CD case. But here's so that way that was your plastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was your indicator.
Huh. Are you a little genius?
We were teenagers.
Okay.
Or tweens, as they say now.
Yes.
So
yes, Madeline loves that word because she's a tween, and I'm like, you're 9. Shut up.
Is that a tween?
Yeah, it's 9 to 12.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it.
No, but yeah, I mean that's what we did at sleepovers and stuff. That like light as a feather, stiff as a board, all that stuff. You know, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Don't say it another time because
oh no,
stuff like that. But if an adult came in the room, I highly doubt that they would have sat down
right.
with us and been like,
"Scoot over, girls. Let me get in on this."
Man, we were allowed to do a lot of crazy stuff back in the day.
Yeah,
but he should have been asking more about this project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just, especially knowing all the people that they know have passed away, and him saying I didn't want to do it at grandma's because there's not as much history there. Like he's really looking into this, not as just a game or to write a little paragraph about some people use Ouija boards.
And where he straight up talked about Franco.
Yeah.
Like, give Chase a little bit of credit that I feel like he would have had a conversation with him about why do you think, not just sure, let's do this.
I also had an issue with the fact.
Or do you think he was just trying to appease him? And
I mean, I think that he didn't want to cause any issues. He didn't want him to go upstairs and wake up Elizabeth or whatever. So he was just trying to do it. But I also feel like he would have said, how did you ride your bike over here? Because your grandma doesn't seem like someone that just lets you do whatever you want. So we need to call her and tell her where you're at.
Right.
And then totally redirected the conversation.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Maybe we can do this another day, buddy, when everyone knows where you're at. It's late. Your mom's already in bed.
Or, because then he started talking about how Ms. Coe does, beliefs and all this stuff. Chase could have been like, you know what? These work better with more people. Right now with 2 is not good.
Right. Something.
So,
just to redirect. Not even to tell him no, but to redirect.
Yeah.
And then.
Because Liz was shocked.
Yeah.
About the Ouija board.
Right.
So, I don't know. But then Chase winds up getting conked over the head and spend some time in the hospital.
I really liked that he didn't know anyone's phone numbers because that would totally be me.
Except for, please, do not order a ride share for somebody else. No.
Okay.
So when I drove, I don't think I've ever actually said like why I know. So when I drove, like you don't know who's getting in the car.
Oh, okay. So
that's dangerous.
It would have popped up under her account.
Right.
And then Chase would have been getting in the car.
Right.
Okay.
And the driver would not have known And I don't know if there could be. It's been years since I drove.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happened when that driver and
Okay. I didn't know that.
yeah. So if you heard about the Uber driver who was killed in Pittsburgh, I actually used to work with her, and the guy's girlfriend ordered him because you can get banned from the
Yeah, I
app.
knew you could get banned.
Right.
I thought that you could still put in, like, you could correct it to someone else's information. I didn't know that mine could only be used for me.
It should be.
Okay.
Because
I thought it was just like if I go to
so
order.
if I got banned and you order me a ride share,
it's going to show up. Okay.
it's going to show up as you.
Right.
And I'm not supposed to be in there.
Yes.
It's dangerous.
I thought it was like if I jump online to order something, even though it says, like on Amazon, Amanda, you're ordering, and then it says, what address do you want to ship it to? And I type in Shannon, and, you know, who the billing address is Shannon, then it like computes that out, that it's Shannon getting it, not Amanda.
But there's no danger in the Amazon package being dropped off at my doorstep. There's danger. There's
absolutely
large amounts of safety concerns that come with.
No, I totally understand that. I just didn't think that app was that smart, or was that user tailored, I guess.
It should be, because that's one of the things that I've been reading a lot about, is that people have been saying they've been like the drivers have been fighting for this for years, because people don't have to have a clear picture as their profile picture. They don't have to have a correct name.
Oh.
So, right.
Yeah.
I drove for a different company, but
I've never taken one. I do not feel like it's safe. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
So, never taken one.
Yeah.
My ex will say all the time about sending one for the kids, and I'm like, they're not 18. You can't do that.
No.
So,
nope.
But yeah.
That's our little PSA for
there you
today.
Go. But Chase made it there.
It seriously bothered. And I don't know if it's just because it's so fresh.
Probably,
but still.
And because you knew the woman that something bad happened to.
Hadn't seen her in years, but still, like, it's still.
It hits home a little more when you're, hey,
we'd hung out.
Spoken to that person before. Right. Yeah.
Like, I have pictures. I have pictures from, like, a disposable camera pictures.
Yeah. No, that's too close.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yes, he made it to the Quartermaine.
He did.
And he even stopped and got flowers.
I know.
Love it.
Yes.
Flowers solve everything.
Except for Anna says that they die, which is funny because one of my sisters hates getting flowers because they die. Oh, I love them. Give me all the flowers.
I love flowers. I could get flowers.
I like buying them for myself, though.
I'm okay with buying them for myself, but I like getting them from other people, and it is like I could get flowers every day and not be sick of it.
You know who makes really beautiful flowers? Trader Joe's. Or they have like a really beautiful. Do you remember a couple years ago, like I got purple roses and baby's breath and some greens? Yeah. That's where I got them, was Trader Joe's.
Huh.
It's like $10.
They
lasted forever.
I've only been to Trader Joe's like once or twice.
And Aldi has the best. $5 bouquet will last forever.
Aldi's does have
maybe not
flowers.
Forever, but I mean they last.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about General Hospital at some
There's
point
your
today.
flower PSA too.
Okay. Where to go from there? I don't want to go the whole way to Friday yet, though.
Okay, you're fine. Just saying he made it there.
Yes.
And he brought flowers, which is always a good thing.
Yes.
When in doubt, send flowers.
So I guess from there we could just move on to the dating game, the love matches.
Okay.
For the week.
Did you think for a second that Spinelli was supposed to be Britts' date?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you think that Spinelli created the app?
Oh.
Because at the end, I felt like he was being more defensive about the program. Because he kept talking about like the algorithms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Spinelli created the app
that would
as a way for him
cool.
to meet somebody or something.
I hope so. I love that. I love Spinelli.
But I did think that he was meeting her.
Mm-hmm, but I don't feel like he would have got the wrong place.
Well, and I don't think he would have met her. And also, the name was Steve Robinson. What's Trina's last name?
Oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Does Portia have a brother? I wrote it down somewhere. Where am I? Oh, Andy has a cat. But I thought
that was so funny whenever Britt was like, my mom says having a cat is a sign of weakness for men. I thought it was adorable.
Considering both of our men love our cats. So the app had an about me, the perfect date, deal breaker, and...
Was that an app you could download?
Looking for. And I don't know. What is it? Society Singles? Or what's it called?
I don't know. But if you're looking up how to get a launch, I thought you'd be looking up how to...
That one had a clear picture. But you couldn't really read the stuff that he wrote.
Yeah, it was just like a real quick screenshot.
Like about me, it says something I would blah 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 and never look back. He has read Ziggy. I have something. Doesn't it say like I have something like read Ziggy? Does it say he's my best friend? Oh, I have a cat named Ziggy. He's my best friend. I'll bet that's what that says.
Yes.
Why are they using cursive font on that app? I know it looks fancy because it's all supposed to be high society and stuff. Can you decipher any of the other ones? I mean, I got up on that screen and could not read it.
So it's something about how he got put on there. It says friend forced something profile. This profile. See, friend forced this profile.
Please date me. Does it say please date me?
I don't know.
And then the perfect date. I'm honestly not sure. Maybe meet for a drink, but then her hand's in the way, so I can't read the rest. You don't try. Oh my gosh, does that say you don't try to murder? Oh my god, does that say you don't try to murder me? Does that say that?
No.
Okay, come on.
Yeah. You don't try to...
I think it says that.
Are you sure it doesn't say...
I mean, I would like that to be a perfect date, too, that someone doesn't try to murder me.
Jeez Louise. You don't try to...
I think murder! I don't know. I think it does.
Or something been a problem, but I think it's important to... Something not problem, something, because our hand's in the way. At the end, we kiss.
Question mark.
If you're the... And then our hand's in the way.
Oh. I think it says do not murder me.
Okay. Britt, can you move your hand? We need to see a better picture of this.
Because I got it without her hand on it, but you can't read. Does it say not to murder or steal from me? I seriously think that says you do not murder or steal from me.
You don't try to murder or steal from me.
Does it not look like that? There's my Rorschach test.
That's all I can see because that's what you said. So, anyone else have a screenshot out there and want to tell us what that says? Because Shannon just loves to put murder into everything.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
All right, back to the storyline. Let's get off of murder.
So Drew was meeting at the grill with a business coach.
Mm-hmm. I liked that Britt was all not following and said, "Oh, wow, you're that concerned about your game?"
Right? But they're not gonna put them together, right? Is that where we were possibly... Maxie was way too excited about that.
She was, but I don't understand why we would try to put them together whenever we're showing the flirtation between him and Carly.
Right.
You cannot, they just became friends. You cannot have them fighting over the same man.
I don't know.
No.
I did like Maxie helping Spinelli, though.
I did too, except for I'm not normally one, unless it's really, really bad, to comment on their outfits, because I wear jeans and t-shirt every day. But Maxie's sweater was awful. And for her to say, here, let me fix you because I am the fashion editor, blah, blah, blah. I was like, girlfriend, that is not what your outfit is screaming right now. She's so cute.
Yeah.
That was not an appropriate outfit. They're making her look too old. That was like a grandma bedazzled sweater. No. No.
I don't think I paid as much attention to that as I did like the rust orange satin jacket that he was wearing.
That was special.
But he's so sweet.
Mm-hmm. He's trying.
We just need to get Spinelli someone nice. And the other thing is, I don't think that he would have gone on a date with Britt because it's Britt and he knows Jason.
Right. But at the same time, there's no pictures.
Yeah, but there's names. We just went through this all with a Steve Robinson.
But maybe she didn't put her real name.
Does Spinelli have a cat?
I feel like he would have mentioned that he has a kid, though.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't.
Oh, I did. So I don't know.
You weren't scared of pedophiles?
I was scared of pedophiles. I didn't give, here's my kids' names, ages, and sex or whatever. I just said that I had kids.
I told them eventually. Not eventually, but I think before we even went out. But nope. Nope.
But the ones that I were on were the ones that you had the cute little profile names.
Mm.
So you really, unless you were Spinelli trying to hack through computer stuff, you weren't finding me anyway.
Hmm.
And I left it very general, like where do you live? Pittsburgh. I wasn't like, come see me at my house.
Right.
So anyway,
We're kind of going like
all over the place.
Just
Well,
a
that's something new.
Yep, I know. The poker game at the Savoy, Nakia was like, thank God they had their own cleaning crew.
I know. That was so funny.
Yep.
And I really thought it was funny that Brad's like, they're asking for this beer. I don't even know what this is. And Curtis is like, that's because it's crap. We don't stock that here.
And Selena's like, and you're going to go buy it.
Yes, exactly. Go get it. I don't know. I feel like that's one of the storylines that's just kind of opening us up to what's next because nothing really happened.
Well, except for, so he did get the folder. He gave Selena, held up her end of the bargain.
Yes, finally.
Gave him the folder.
Mm-hmm. We learned that he was not in witness protection, which I feel like we all already knew, but they officially said it.
Right. We don't know what happened. Trina saw Marshall on the pier.
Pier 54.
Ready to leave. And I liked their interaction. I thought that she was kind, but not being nosy.
Right.
Because sometimes they write the kids as telling the adults what to do.
Yeah.
And that's not...
Trina's too mature for that. She doesn't talk like that.
No. But I don't know. I was all over the place with the Marshall
I still don't know
stuff.
how I feel about Marshall because I don't know what we're supposed to be getting from him. And I can't wait for that story to explode. So, yeah, Trina saw him on the pier and was like, why would you leave? And he gave his sob story of nobody wants him there or whatever. And then she went to Curtis and was like, hey, heads up. You might want to know that your dad was on the pier getting a ticket.
And he went running. So,
yeah,
that was good. I like that.
That was good.
I think that they're at least moving that along in... Sometimes it feels like sometimes they just like dump a ton of stuff on at once and then nothing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we could just trickle this, you know?
Right. And the reason that Marshall was upset was because he had called Curtis out on the fact that the whole job with Aurora was fake.
Yeah.
So but I like that Drew was like, yep, you know what we were doing.
That hurt watching it though. Like I felt bad for Marshall as Drew was basically...
I didn't feel bad. Maybe you should be a little more upfront with your kid.
I know, but I'm just...
Okay, Shannon's a nicer person than me. That's not a newsflash either.
I just felt bad. I mean, yes, he should be more forthcoming with the information that he's being asked, but to be tricked that way because they used something that they knew would...
But he wasn't tricked because he wouldn't give all the right information. He knew what they were doing, and he didn't fall for it. So he showed
Sonny called
smarter.
Curtis out on finding a way to get the information you wanted.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was good. That was good.
Ooh. Sonny talking to the guy in the trunk of the car.
Yes.
That was
good, except for I was still back on being totally annoyed with Nina, which is not a surprise, that she was like, oh, but what if they come after us again? They weren't coming after you.
Right.
You just happened to be in the bar.
Right.
They were coming after Sonny. You were not.
Oh, wait. I don't know how your relationship was with Carly, but you can talk to me. Excuse me?
Yes. I think I almost punched the TV then.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Do you think Carly did not know what that man was doing?
Do you remember that when you were hiding her husband from her, she was taking over the business?
At that table.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I don't know how it was with the woman that you've been with for 25 years.
That I
on and off
hooked up with you and you were cheating on after I hid you for all those months. But you can tell me anything. Oh, you'd like him to be open and honest with you the way that you were so open and honest with him? I don't think so.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And then Ava telling her that she was falling for a bad boy. She's like, I thought you fell for Mike. Yeah. And Nina's like, oh, but they're the same. No, you've just spent the past 10 months now
saying that they weren't. Exactly.
So Ellen G said, Ava in the bar talking with Nina. Well, I found a prince, but I'm starting to prefer the croakers on Spoon Island.
That was so funny.
Best line this past week. I totally laughed out loud and replayed it again and again.
I liked that too.
Thanks, Ellen. I love that Laura told Sonny, if anything happens, you will be the first to Esme.
Yeah.
You will be the first person I look at.
Yes.
Like,
just so you know.
Yep.
I'll be thanking you as I question you, but I still have to question you.
Oh, but I loved her being like, Scotty talked sense into you? Wait, what? Like, wait. Wait, so on Monday, Anna and Felicia shared their findings with Robert and Laura.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm still back to how did they not put this all together? Especially now that we're doing all this research of them in the 80s.
Right.
And how close they all were.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Felicia grilling Anna about her relationship with Valentin.
So
She's like,
cute.
wait, hold on a second.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Robert said it like no big deal. And she's like, whoa, 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 back up. Relationship?
Like, forget this for a second.
Peter's dead. We're fine. Let's ask some deep, juicy questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Laura telling Sonny, they've arrested Jennifer Smith, and he's like, there's a big difference between obsession and killing.
Right.
And there is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that they are all on the same page, realizing it was not Jennifer.
Yeah.
But I'm still confused by Valentin's role in all of it. Why is he framing Jennifer?
Oh, but when he came and apologized for not being there for Anna.
If you guys can see the look on Shannon's face right now, picture 17-year-old being asked to dance for the first time. That's Shannon's face right now. Oh, but then he apologized? Okay. Yes, he did apologize.
But he didn't do the stupid, I'm sorry I couldn't be the one to do it for you. He was just like, I'm sorry I wasn't there, as you had to process what you had to do.
Right.
He wasn't trying to be all, I should have been the one to do it. I should have saved.
Mm-hmm.
It was, nope, I wasn't here to help you process what just happened. And that's awesome.
He just wanted to be there for her. It was very sweet.
Uh-huh. Oh, but when they shut that door and then the knock, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go back. That was the best ending we have had in such a long time. That was the perfect ending to that episode.
That was perfect.
Open the door. Boom. Boom.
Thank you for the sound effects. No, I thought it was funny.
I did the hand gestures though, so that didn't work because it was they smushed together and then the episode ended. Like the screen went dark.
Oh my gosh. I liked when he said, save me a glass, and she was like, nah, we'll see. It might be all gone by the time you come back. You cannot give me a bottle of wine and expect me to just hold out for you.
Not open it and save you a... No. That's going to get skunked quick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing you a favor by drinking it all without you.
Yes. Oh, I did like when he went to go visit Alexis. And he spun around in her chair, and he's like, I've always wanted to do that.
And she's like, get out of my chair. This is my office.
No, you see, like, something like that, I wonder if that's one of those things that when we were talking to Kathleen Gotti, that she was like, sometimes little lines like that make their way in, but it can't really be something dialogue. Like, something like that, I wonder if it was, he spun around and was like, I've always wanted to do that. And
well, like when he picked up the sign and was like, I like this saying. And she was like, oh yeah, it's from Harmony. And he wanted to elaborate in that conversation. And she was like, she probably found it online. Anyway, let's stick with that. That was adorable.
But then he's trying to talk to her about using, or he advocating for Victor right now?
That's what I'm saying. Are we going to make him a bad guy? I don't want him to.
No. We've already been there, done that. He is
okay, but
he's also not the best good guy.
No, he's not the best good guy. But there's a difference between not being a good guy and trying to work for Victor and framing Jennifer Smith.
See, I feel like that's all going. I think he has like a little plan going on.
Okay,
that somehow the paper would obviously fit in. I don't know.
I have no idea. But Alexis stuck to her guns. Like she does with the paper, and I love it because she was like, nope, no one's using this. We don't have a paper. It's not even my paper, but we don't have a connection to the paper. This is my job, and you are not going to mess it up with crap for Victor.
Right. We did learn that Charlotte's at boarding school.
Yes. That was nice. And it made sense.
Yes. So, do we just want to stay on Alexis and get into...
Sure. Alexis taking a stroll on Pier 54 because she's going to go out to Spoon Island, and then it's like, oh, look, there's a dead body in the water.
I don't understand Jordan giving her so much, like, she was grilling her. Like, Alexis had just killed this man and dumped him in the water. First, I was real excited that we actually had water.
Yes.
And then we find out why. I was like, oh, look at, they're expanding.
No, that's just
they just needed somewhere to put the body.
Float up.
But,
okay, when Harmony and him fought, I did not think that she had her hand on his neck. In the playbacks, it does every single time. But the first time that we saw it,
I thought she just, he had his hand on her.
And she was like on his arm.
Yes.
Like pushing back.
Yes.
But if you watch the reruns of it when she's playing it back in her mind, she's gripping him around the neck and then pushes off and he falls. And that's how he has the marks on his neck that Jordan was asking the new cop about. I'm like, that's not how it went down.
No, because we said last week we were impressed she did not go over as well because he was holding on to her.
Yeah. And it was supposed to truly, I feel like, be an accident that she was pushing him off of her, not trying to push him off the cliff.
Yes, I do feel that she would have done the same exact motions if they had been on solid ground. It just happened to be.
Right. I hate when there's a cliff that close to me. But
hey, he picked the place.
Exactly. FYI, if you're meeting someone shady, do not do it on a bridge or a cliff. You want solid ground all the way around you. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Full of information today.
I feel like that's another one of those things you should know by now, but I'm just kidding. Heads up. Do not have angry conversations by cliffs. So, yeah, I don't think she meant to push him off the cliff. And she certainly didn't have her hands around his neck. I'm like 99% positive. And now in all the replay clips, she does. I don't like that.
And the way that if you had even if you had to do it in self-defense, would you be as calm as Alexis? Alexis was shaken, but not in the way that I just had to defend myself and kill someone way. It was, oh my gosh, I just discovered. I feel like she would have been
right. She was
more
appropriately,
escalated.
I just found a dead body, not I just killed someone.
Right.
Upsetness. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they have to question everybody and the fact that she knew him.
But it was the way that she was doing it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jordan. The case is not that easy for you. Alexis did not shove him in the water and then call 911 once he died and be like, hey, there's a body in the water. And you should know that because they can tell how long the body has been in the water.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, because wouldn't it be
like waterlogged
and bloated and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So, no, Jordan. Move on. I felt bad for New Cop this week,
Rory.
though. He's just so trying to impress everyone, and then to find out you arrested the mayor's both of her grandsons. Oops.
That was all so good, though.
It was.
Because I didn't feel like Jordan was saying you shouldn't have arrested them.
Mm-hmm.
She was walking through, okay, walk me through the steps, what exactly happened, and then he made the mistake of saying, like, who do they think they are? And then Laura comes in, what happened to my grandsons?
Yes.
But Cam called Finn to be his person.
Which I loved.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, we should go back and find out how we even got here?
Sure.
Does that help?
I guess so. So they're at Kelly's, and the girls walk in, and they're angry that Spencer is there. And Cameron's like, hey, it's okay.
Joss was angry that he wasn't getting his job back, which I was not a fan of Joss telling Cameron how to do his job.
Mm-mm. No, because you can't hold personal grudges against people. Although, on the other hand, Spencer wasn't the best waiter they've ever had before, so you could say we're not giving you your job back because you weren't the best waiter.
But
he was being the bigger person and trying to give him the benefits of the doubt.
Right.
Since he knows what Spencer's actually up to. And then the girls got angry and she yelled at Cameron and was like, you guys always forgive each other and you should be more angry and blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know what the heck Spencer was thinking. He heard Cam almost telling the girls what Spencer was doing, which I agree he shouldn't have done, especially again in public, but whatever. And then Spencer walks in and is like, oh, maybe you made the video, Joss, blah, blah, blah. So
I know.
Cameron had
I did not see that coming, that he
No.
was going to turn that around to
it was
Joss's
brilliant
fault.
in a way, but also super jerky. And of course Cameron hit you.
Yeah.
And then he called Cameron out like, dude, what were you doing? Why did you take it so far? And Cameron was like, what?
Well, but Rory did the right thing. And from what he saw Cam punch Spencer. So he arrested Cam first. And then Spencer was using his hands a lot and legit backhanded Rory completely by accident. There was absolutely no intention for him to assault a cop.
I feel like
but it was for Rory for still arresting him.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it was the same as when Chase arrested Brooklyn, because the first time that she hit him with that bottle, she didn't mean to hit him.
Yeah. She was going for Lulu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the same thing.
Yeah.
They needed to at least bring him in and be like, hey, we don't bash bottles or hit cops with our elbows.
Yeah. But like Jordan grilling him, like it felt yucky, but then it felt like I wasn't sure.
Maybe it was like a teaching point because he is new. And so she wanted to make sure that he ran through all the scenarios in his head and made the best choice.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like the way that it was presenting it. Like, oh, these are the mayor's grandsons, so you shouldn't have done that. Because that's not what Laura said.
No.
She was like, absolutely. If that's what was going on, then they needed to be arrested. Like, boys, what did you do wrong that you got arrested?
Yep.
Not how dare the rules apply to my grandsons.
Right. And she let Spencer know that.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that.
Yes.
Her telling him basically shape up.
Exactly.
Like, you deserved to be arrested.
Right. And you're lucky it didn't mess up all your parole stuff. Like, or you're not on parole, so it wouldn't have affected it that way, but you would have gone in front of a judge, and a judge would have looked at the fact you had just served a month.
Yep.
And it wouldn't have been good for you.
I liked all that. I
Yes.
was really happy that got reiterated because
She's a good grandma.
I think so. I wish she were mine. I need one. I don't have any more, so
I don't have any either. I'm sorry.
we could share.
Okay.
Laura can be our grandma too.
Okay.
We could actually be her kids.
Mm-hmm.
On next week's episodes, Laura discovers she has two 40-something-year-old daughters. We're Scott's kids. Hey, we can tie it with all of us Scott's tots.
No, I don't want, you could be Scots. I don't want to be Scots. I'd rather be a Cassadine. Give me some of that money.
You're a redhead, so who would your dad be?
I don't know.
You would probably be more believable as Luke's, because Bobby has red hair. So you fit in the Spencer family. I would be a Cassadine, because I have the dark hair.
But I don't want to be a Spencer.
Well, I'm sorry you have red hair.
The diamond is fake. I want the real ones. I want to be a Cassadine. Oh, man. You just ruined my whole day.
Sorry. That whole 5-second belief.
Mm-hmm. I really thought I was a Cassadine. I was going to go get my tiara out when I got home.
But Britt also did a really good job of trying to de-escalate also when she overheard the kids all talking.
Yes.
Because she was like,
yes,
and that's where you were talking about
my friendship. Yeah. She was like, come on, Spencer, just come on.
Yeah.
So that was before the whole hitting thing. Yes. I like them together. I like that she still calls him out on, you are a pain in the butt kid.
Yep.
And why are you guys fighting? Because you guys got into tons of trouble together.
Although she misremembered the history.
Of course.
It wasn't Cam, Spencer, and Joss. It was Emma.
But I feel like they have to do that.
They're totally, I mean,
they're just rewriting history.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did not sugarcoat anything, which is totally what we expect from Britt, but also giving him more of an adult perspective.
Yeah. And I think she's always had that relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Sonny.
Yeah.
Spencer and Sonny have always, I'm surprised Sonny has not.
Well, Sonny's so mad because of the whole bear for Avery.
Yeah, but you'd think that he would be having more intimidating uncle conversations with him about what the heck are you doing?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, get this
Sonny's
girl
not
away.
The kind of guy to give up on a kid.
Mm.
And yes, 100% still angry about the stuff with Avery. But I feel like he also knows Spencer's still a kid. Like he's still.
Right. A very young adult.
Yes.
With that.
Yes.
Where was my brain going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, they used my fighting scene that was supposed to happen between Chase and Brooklyn, between Michael and Drew. And I was like, no. And obviously,
I have a feeling that was filmed before you talked about it.
I'm going to be convinced that it was mine. And it did not, obviously they didn't end up making out at the end, but they had like a heart to heart. Like it brought them with the conversation she was supposed to have with Chase.
And we found out that Drew is coaching Scout's swim team.
That's so cute.
Which is pretty cool for a Navy SEAL to be the swim coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be okay. They might be okay.
Whew. Oh my gosh, that would mean that he's there in his bathing suit every week.
Our swim coach never had their bathing suit on.
She's little. They have to get in the pool, don't they?
I think I don't know.
I don't know. Asking my kid to pretend like they're drowning, so he had to jump in and say,
Amanda!
I'm joking. If I fell in, I don't know how to swim, so I really would be.
What? Sandlot with Wendy Peppercorn.
I'm like, what?
Wendy Peppercorn? Peppercorn?
Oh my gosh.
What the heck was her name? But Squints pretended to drown.
Okay, so if I fell in the water,
doing it for another, that was a young.
Okay, so I'll just cut out the middleman. I don't need to use my kid. If I fell in the water, I would actually be drowning.
There you go.
I don't know how to swim, and then he can save me.
There you go.
What day of the week and time are these swim classes? I need to sign up.
Peppercorn.
Oh my gosh.
With F's.
Okay. Anyway, back to Well, I guess we don't really need to go back to the boxing ring because that was then whenever Marshall walked in and blah, blah, blah. But I was sad that they used the scene I set up for one couple for a different set of people.
So we could go to Willow and Harmony at the Metro Court having some kind of conversation. They spent a lot of time on a conversation about nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there was really nothing.
There was no point to that conversation. Nope, not at all.
And then when Harmony gets smashed, first of all, when I am so proud of Alexis.
Yes.
For turning, Harmony bought her a drink.
And she was like, no, thank you.
And she paid for Harmony's. Just a little, okay. And then Carly took her keys.
Yep.
And said, I will talk to the bartender.
Yeah.
And, like, you just need to go home. We will drive your car home.
They got home and Sam and Carly came to check up on them.
Yep.
Brought the car back and then we're like, hey, are you sure you guys are okay? Because
we're going to go throw some axes now.
Harmony seems a little cray and I just wanted to check on you before I go have a fun girls' night so I don't feel guilty about it.
Right. But then when they were talking about it in front of Willow, she's like, well, when I was with her, she only had one drink. People can keep drinking after you leave.
Right.
Like, things do not end when you leave the room.
We were not accusing
just sit there.
Yeah, we were not accusing you of buying her 10 rounds. We are saying that later when we saw her, she was 3 sheets to the wind.
Yes. And now she's going to try to burn the papers, the file and everything. And Carly walked in because she was going to check on everything.
I just don't like how they overplay her with the files and no one thinks to ask, why is that so important? Because whenever she was leaving, she's like, no, wait, my bags. And she's like clutching it to her chest and won't let anyone touch it. And then the next morning it's sitting on the coffee table and Alexis comes in and she like grabs it and puts the flap down so Alexis can't see. And yeah, I feel like if you were behaving that way, I would be like, Shan, what's in your bag? Like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you trying to hide?
I mean, you have every right to tell me it's none of my business, but if you're acting like that, I'm gonna ask you what is in there.
Yeah.
Do you have the Ace Princess? Why are you acting like this? So yeah, now we get to wait till Monday to find out, if Carly sees what's in the fireplace or...
Wouldn't you build the fire first and then add...
Especially
the papers to it.
Since you didn't know where the matches were, you're just leaving important papers sitting in the fireplace, knowing that other people come in.
And now, in this day and age, is it actually wood burning? Because
a lot of them are just gas. You flip the switch. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never burned important documents, so.
I burned my social security card after I got married. My old one, my original.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
But I had a lighter, and I held it. And then I threw it, like, it was...
It wasn't a big production. You didn't kneel in front of the fireplace and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to burn this now.
No.
So funny.
The only one that we didn't talk about was the fact that Liz said to Portia that she can't do her job too. I liked that though, because it was like they're both frustrated and then they're like, okay, hold it. We're both mad about the same thing.
Yes.
Let's just chill. And Esme put her hand on Nicholas's face, or put Nicholas's face on her hand.
Weird.
Ew.
It was so weird.
Oh, so now you believe me?
And I'm sorry, but Nicholas is not that dumb to think that that's a normal action.
She thinks that they are, though. That's the thing. She is going to be her own undoing because she thinks she's smarter than them. And that's not the case.
No.
The smartest people are the ones who know that they're not the smartest ones in the room.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Or don't assume that they are.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she was obviously just hoping that Ava walked in and thought something, but no. And Nicholas isn't that stupid. And it's just not like a natural... It would have been one thing if she'd have been like, oh, thank you for believing in me, and gave him a too long hug and like pressed herself up against him or something. But
or like caressed.
I have never...
Like moved her hand on his back or something.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
Exactly. I have never
lingered.
Grabbed someone's hand and been like, here, touch my face. Like, that's so weird.
No.
So, I don't know. But she does all kind of creepy stuff. At least she didn't call him daddy. Daddy-in-law or whatever.
Ew. Ew. So I think the only thing we have left is that Ned adopted Leo.
Yes.
I'm so glad that finally on April 22nd of Autism Acceptance Month, we're finally seeing the autistic character.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. Next week or this week is actually Autism Acceptance Week. So let's hope that there might be something there. I understand that Leo probably doesn't work as much or whatever, but you think that there would have been maybe a little bit of focus on that this year?
Or at least some more talk about it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm convinced. You can
Okay.
tell me that I'm wrong. I'm
You are.
convinced.
I don't know about what.
No, I'm giving you credit. I'm convinced that Leo's going to the camp that he's going to because you bought up your daughter's
Oh
camp.
my gosh. Okay.
So yeah, I can't remember
Oh,
exactly
it's
what I
a theater
wrote
therapy.
in my note.
But I loved it. And so I loved that they explained why Monica was not there. And
Mm-hmm.
she goes to these conventions a lot because that happened in the 90s too. Like she went to a cardiology convention when something happened. I forget what it was. It was during the 12-part series we talked about Alan. But so he's now Leo Quartermaine.
That was cute when they were
Yes.
like Leo, and he's like Quartermaine.
Oh, and when Ned hugged him, that was Wally hugging Aiden.
Yes.
Being like,
good job. Exactly.
But
And I liked that Brooklyn was reminding Olivia that maybe it's just stage fright like any quote unquote normal kid is having. It does not have to be directly part of his disability.
Yes. You can use the phrase neurotypical.
Okay.
That's what
Thank you.
Yes.
I won't remember that all the time.
That's okay.
But you know that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, so when I've had to explain my daughter's, especially becoming a teenager, and I'm like, that's typical teen stuff. I said, so you just want to hear about the non-typical teen stuff, right? They're like, no, we want to hear the typical teen stuff too. Like those challenges just to see. It's like, all right, cool. I'll separate them in 2 columns. Here's this.
Yes.
And it's because they'll ask about behaviors and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not really any different than being a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
You know, I'm like, because you have to find the distinction between the two.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
I knew the second that Olivia was like, why don't you go get your stuff? And he was like, it's not until next week. I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to go over well. Just throwing that out there, not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I really like how that was done, that it was.
Right. It's true to life.
Yes.
If he had a schedule in his mind, you can't change it at the last minute like that and expect him to be okay with it.
Sometimes they absolutely can. Like,
right.
It's not, but.
And again, I understand they're trying to highlight the autistic side, but there is that crossover to normal kids. Again, quote unquote, normal kids.
Right.
They're not dogs. They don't behave on command. Like, hey, go do this, go do that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Well, obviously, I'm assuming next week he's going to explain a little bit more about why he feels how he feels.
I hope we get to see the
tie
skit.
it into autism, but
I want to see this skit.
That would be cute.
I want to see a skit with a bunch of little autistic actors doing their social skills skit.
Yes, and I liked her explanation. This camp is supposed to be good for him. That's why I thought it totally came from you.
Okay.
So.
Aw.
I mean, don't know when they filmed it or how that all works. But you mentioned your daughter going to film camp and how, it had different benefits for her than for other kids.
Yeah.
And so I totally
because it teaches them different ways of interacting. And one thing that I can't remember if we talked about this when we mentioned that I had a conversation with Lisa Lisario at the convention or the fantasy event I said, the only thing is, it's not realistic how they have gotten services. And she said, she has mentioned that. She's like, we need to at least point out the fact that we are bajillionaires and we are able to get this done. Because realistically, what they have done in the past 5 months takes years to do.
Right. And I'm sure money does have a big play in it. So
if you can private pay for things that cost tens of thousands of dollars, absolutely. But most people can't spend because it's not just camp tuition. It's not just paying for a teenage camp counselor to look over and watch 10 kids. There are therapists, there are behaviorists, there are specialists. There's probably a speech therapist there too. In addition, there's all kinds of people and they have to have a smaller ratio of students to staff. So there are a lot of things, and all of those, like all the specialists and everything, they have their own, it's medical care.
Right.
So they have to charge certain things. It's not just hiring a tutor for your kid.
Right.
It's, most kids get to go to camp and it costs $300-$400 for a week, maybe $500-$600 if it's the expensive one. It costs $2,000 to send for my daughter to go to the camp that I said that she's going to go to because of all those things for 1 week. And we have to apply for grants and for scholarships and stuff like that because.
There's a whole separate, I know Emily did a camp for kids with ADHD and other issues when she was and she was gone for 12 days, and it was like $6,000 or something.
Yeah.
It was a chunk of change, which again, applying for all kinds of financial aid and
But yeah,
whatever.
if you had $6,000 in your pocket because you're a Quartermaine, that's
Right.
nothing.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I like that she was realistic about that and knew that. But
yep, but I really do. I really, really hope that we get to see this
play out,
or at least the end of the play or something.
A conversation about it, something. Let's not forget this happened.
Yep. And I love how Brooklyn talks to him. Because she was like, I don't know where Chase is, but she at least, I talked to him. He said he's going to be here. I'm going to check. So, and then he showed up with flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Portia talking to him about her was kind of,
yes.
She's like, I'm not trying to step in here, but, sounds like.
Right. Maybe you guys are a little more than friends.
Like each other. In her head, she's probably like, Chase and Brooklyn. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Very good.
Except for they went baby.
But not really.
Love. And then they'll do marriage. So we'll just go backwards. Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but they still...
Yes.
There was a baby involved in the beginning of their romantic relationship.
There was.
Yes. So, I think that's all
I was going to say, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else either. So...
Reality check.
I think we have a pretty similar reality check.
Yeah.
We did our first night at the races since COVID.
Oh my God. It felt like so long.
I know. When you sent me the first message like a month ago, I legit was like, whoa! Because so we used to do night at the races a couple times a year. Mm-hmm. And the specific one was a fundraiser that we did. And I think the last time we did it was right before everything shut down. Yes. So it's like really one of the last memories that...
Right, because before COVID, it was that February, and then we shut down in March.
Because I think it was the week before I went to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yes, and then it got canceled at the last minute, and we were all like, sad. No! And then our other friend that was supposed to come with us was like, hey, I just saw a sign. And we were like, that is a sign, like a legit sign, not just a sign, that we are supposed to be there. And so we went, and it was... awesome. We weren't the big winners, though. Everybody else
we always win. It was different. It was different.
It was different. But I was happy. I was happy to be out and about and do it and all that. So yeah, that was Friday for me. And then yesterday was Madeline's dance competition in Morgantown, West Virginia. And so that was like a little road trip out there, and she did her stuff. And I was really trying hard not to be a dance mom because she didn't do as well as she has in the past. And so I was like, you were a little off today. And she was like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong. And I was like, okay, that's enough. Like, I don't need to harp on it, but you realized you could improve, and there you go. And I was glad she wasn't making excuses or blaming it on someone else. So I did feel bad though, because she has a headband for the one, and I pinned it in the back, and I pinned it on the sides so that it wouldn't slip. But I didn't want because her hair is so light, any bobby pin you can see. And so I tried to keep them on the sides, and then sure enough, it slid back down and was like hanging. It didn't fall, which I think is where you lose the most points. Did not fall, but it slid down her hair. And I was like, man, now I feel like a mom fail because I didn't do that. And then
the worst thing that you did in parenting this week is not pin your daughter's hair correctly. You get the gold star.
Thank you. That might actually be the worst thing that I did in parenting. We're going to condense it down to this week. I think that might be where I'm at. And then, I woke up this morning and my car is all nice and clean. Ryan surprised me and went out and actually got the shop vac out and vacuumed it and wiped everything down and stuff. So it's like a brand new car again.
I need to get mine detailed.
I could definitely.
Ryan, will you detail my car?
He didn't quite detail it. I'm not giving him all that credit. He wiped it down and ran the shop back. I don't know, just traveling anywhere with kids. Your kids are older, but with younger kids, there's always mini muffin packages and juice box and maybe a Dr. Pepper collection up front from somebody else that owns the car and whatever. So it was just nice to get in it to drive over here and be like, look at my nice clean car. And then this afternoon's Girl Scouts, and that's my weekend.
So I did my races.
I'm sure you sold some houses yesterday. Or attempted to, at least.
Yeah, I'm like, I worked. So I worked.
Worked some more.
I worked some more. Worked. I've learned way more about septic and sewage systems in the past week actually in the past 4 months.
I was going to say, you
collectively.
mentioned it last time, so
Yeah.
apparently you can just go get a plumbing job next.
No. No. Yeah, I really did not do anything other than my daughter was off on Monday and Tuesday, and we met with some of her service providers and work.
Well, I'm glad that I got you out for Friday.
I know.
Woo-hoo.
I needed it. Well, yesterday was nice and 80-something degrees, and so is today. So I'm going to, after we're done, I'm editing outside. So I worked on my garden, and I power washed the deck fence, the fence around the deck.
Okay.
Railings.
Yeah.
And stuff. And the concrete patio over by the hot tub, which is, I enjoy doing it because it makes things clean. And it is like, it takes a lot for anyone to make it super dirty again anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was my weekend. Oh, we have a little rabbit so we have a family of bunnies that we've had since we moved in. And the first year, my son took this picture. I mean, he was laying on the ground taking pictures of this rabbit.
I remember that picture.
So it's still around, and we named it Phantom. He named it Phantom, and then there is also, I think it's Bonnie and Thunder or Lightning, one of the two. And then I named one Dash last year. I was sitting on the porch reading the other day, and I looked over. One of them had hopped up onto the deck and was sitting like right next to me. And of course my phone was nowhere.
Aww.
So one of them, and then last night I was outside reading also as I was relaxing at the end of the day. And one of them kind of like, I think it was the same one, like came hopping up to the deck, didn't come up on it again. But I mean,
yay,
it's really cute.
Bunnies.
They're really cute. So that's it. Work, night at the races, power washing, bunnies.
I like it.
Service providers. And tomorrow we have an IEP meeting.
Oh.
Woohoo! I have a fun week. Yep.
I'll pray for you.
It's going to be good though. So it's not scary.
Okay.
They're no longer scary. Well, they are, because we're talking, the theme for tomorrow is transitioning into adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a sweet one. So I got a letter from her. I got a permission slip that I had to sign for her because she is in 12th grade, but she's transitioning into their Life Education for Adult Futures program next year.
Okay.
So she's not going to be doing like academics the way that she's doing them now.
Yeah.
But they are taking the kids out to lunch in a limo up to Mount Washington for pictures.
Oh, nice.
And just really letting them celebrate where they are.
Yeah.
So I was like, heck yeah.
Exactly.
I will totally.
That's amazing.
Totally do that. So
I can't wait to hear how it goes. That'll be fun.
I know. I'm not ready. But yes. So that's where we are. But join us on Thursday as we talk about the Aztec princess again in a completely different way. In a different way.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.